Good afternoon. I'm going to start out with this wonderful woman that was here at 6:47 this morning. I don't know if Miss Meth is still here, but she said, as a grandmother, this breaks my heart. The pain that little angel went through with not one of these adults to help. She said, OMG, I could cry for that baby. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. It really is. You all won't believe what happened in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm going to first, I'm just going to say welcome back. And let's tell everyone good afternoon. As we're saying hello, please hit the like or dislike because it helps your old buddy Brooks in the algorithm. All right, my friends, on your screen is not a Just for Men or a men's club commercial. This is a television news anchor out of Louisville, Kentucky, that is going to talk about some of the nastiest people you're ever going to hear about in your life. And when I say they are nasty, I mean they are nasty. And there's more than just the mom and dad. There's the thumbnail. You have Nicholas Shanks, Shelby Kuntz, and her mother. What an appropriate name for someone. Her last name is Kuntz. Well, wait till you hear what happened.
This morning, the Metro Police Chief Paul Humphrey has a message for a Louisville couple saying there's, quote, a special place in hell for them. The two parents from Valley Station are in jail, accused in a case of child abuse. Here's Judge Katie King seeing the father, Nicholas Shanks.
Do you work?
Yeah, I work.
Okay. What do you do?
Well, listen to this piece of shit. Yeah, I work. What do you do? Lawn care.
Lawn care.
Lawn care? All right. I'll appoint the public defender.
Shanks there at
He looks like Andrew Hiltz.
his arraignment got a bond of $500,000. The judge also gave Shelby Kuntz the same bond. Both are facing charges of severely abusing their 1- and 2-year-old kids. Police say the older child was brought back to life with CPR. That was at U of L's Southwest Hospital yesterday. Police found the 1-year-old was badly beaten on the couple's bed in their Valley Station home.
Taking all that into account, the court is going to leave the bond as set at $500,000 full cash, plus HIP if posted. No contact with any minor child to include the 2 children that are involved in this case.
At a graduation ceremony for new police recruits, Louisville Metro Police Chief Paul Humphrey was asked about this case that police are calling significant abuse.
Well, first of all, I'll say that there's a special place in hell for people like that. Anyone who is abusing or hurting a child, that is absolutely the lowest of the low. And I want to say thank you to those OSPI detectives that worked that case. The type of work that they do every day, I couldn't do, and a lot of us couldn't do.
After the 2-year-old was found in the hospital, a Metro Police detective and a State Child Protective Services worker went to the couple's home where they found the 1-year-old. The couple admitted to being the only people around the children. Police say they never called 911 to get help for those injured children.
No, they did not. But I'm going to bring up our nurse on demand, and we are going to go through the 2-year-old and the 1-year-old's injuries. Can we please have a round of applause, and she won't be singing today, for our nurse on demand, Angel P. Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing, girl?
Well, I'm doing good. When was the last time I talked to you? Girl,
Well, about 7 minutes ago.
we need to catch up more. We need to
No.
These babies went through hell. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the suspects up as they're calling them, or as they say, the alleged.
Mm-hmm.
Shanks. He's going to get shanked.
Mm.
Cunts. And then that beautiful creature above them
Mm-hmm.
is her mama.
Oh, it's her mama. Okay.
Her mama. Okay. Now, looks like grandma has been charged in complicity of abuse. Now, let's go through it. The 2-year-old was dumped off at the hospital. No 911, no ambulance, just dropped off, and he was in cardiac arrest. Okay?
Oh my God.
So here are, I say he, I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm just using a common term because they haven't said yet.
Mm-hmm.
An
Occipital skull fracture.
Okay, what does that mean, nurse on demand?
Well, actually, that is a part of the brain that's kind of on the side of your head and can include part of the eye bone. So that's a very awful fracture.
Whew. Woo. Okay, appear to be missing several teeth. Now, 2-year-olds don't lose teeth, do they?
No. Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
2 posterior rib fractures that were roughly 2 weeks old. What is your posterior rib?
Well, it's the part of your ribs that, your rib's connected. Your rib is connected to you, chest bone. So, it goes around and to the side. So that sounds like hitting in the side or maybe in the back. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now because extensive bruising, I figured that. Severe anemia from loss of blood. Now, is the anemia from internal bleeding or from external bleeding?
Well, in my opinion, it would have to be from internal bleeding.
Okay. Elevated CK indicating muscle damage.
Yes, that's an enzyme in your muscles. There's a tiny bit in your brain, but it's mainly in your muscles. And when you've got like muscle injury, trauma, inflammation, torn ligaments, anything like that, that will leak out into the bloodstream, and then you will have an elevated level of that.
I get the chief saying there's a special place in hell for them, don't you?
Yeah, this is horrible. This is extremely horrible.
Elevated liver enzymes indicating liver injury. So we go back to what you said about posterior rib fractures. Do you think that could be where the liver damage came from?
Well, I think that somebody socked them in the abdomen, really, and beat them really hard there to injure the liver. Yes, ma'am, all in that area. I mean, look at the next one.
Elevated lipase?
Uh-huh.
Am I saying it right?
Uh-huh. You are.
Indicating a possible pancreatic injury.
Mm.
And the 2-year-old was extremely underweight and emaciated. Now, the 2-year-old was dropped off and found in cardiac arrest. What would make a 2-year-old go into cardiac arrest?
Oh my God. There could have been an injury to an area of the brain. There could have been, that's major organ damage, pain, inflammation, breaks, could create a heart arrhythmia, which could create a heart attack. I mean, I'm telling you, that's just a beast. That's a beast.
You must be kidding me.
Mm.
And they had to revive the 2-year-old with CPR. Okay, so I'm going to look at this occipital condyle fractures.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I'm not putting their pictures up because it looks like right now the 2-year-old is not going to survive.
Oh,
And I just want to give dignity.
absolutely.
Ooh, I got a phone number. Nabil Brayheim. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fracture of the occipital condyle is important because it may be associated with
Occipital cervical dissociation, instability.
fractures are usually missed on routine x-rays and are best diagnosed by CT scan. Well, they got that because the baby has it.
And look how close that is to the cervical area.
Wow. 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 All right. It's just not going to be good for the 2-year-old. And I don't mean to be harsh when I say the 2-year-old. I'm telling you right now. To me, it looks like a shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah.
Other abuse as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Emmanuel Haro. You know, I don't know his cause of death, but I mean, we certainly know that his older sister, she had shaken baby syndrome and had a lot of similar injuries. These are demons that walk amongst us. Okay?
Oh, yeah. It's actually hard to get a fracture in that area. You saw that on the previous slide. That's awful.
Type 1 injuries are impaction fractures which occur due to axial loading. Hell does that mean?
Well, you got to think about your head being on your neck and kind of, what's a good, like it's, I don't know why I can't find my words right now. So your head and your neck, your axil area right there is obviously what helps control stability in the neck region.
Okay. Type 1 fractures are communicated and is usually a stable injury treated by cervical orthosis. Well, this does not apply to the 2-year-old.
Mm-mm.
Type 2 injuries are basilar skull fractures that are usually a stable impaction or a shear fracture extending to the occipital condyle.
Mm-hmm.
Fracture extends up into the skull.
Yeah.
I think somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Type 3 injuries are avulsion fractures of the a LAR ligament attachment. Now,
Mhm.
that be what they're suggesting with both of the kids being shaken?
Yes, that's exactly. You're right on target.
Woo! Look at me. Look at me. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That's why I leave it to the professionals. Type 3 fractures are potentially an unstable injury. And I read that in the court documents. They said this is an unstable injury.
Okay.
Now, I don't exactly know what that means in legalese, but it sounds like somebody shook the shit out of the 2-year-old along with everything else. And we haven't even gotten to the 1-year-old.
Oh my goodness.
This video is for educational purposes only. Please consult your doctor before you make any decision.
I'm talking to her. Okay, here we go. Now let's get to the 1-year-olds.
Oh
Trauma.
my goodness.
3 possible skull fractures.
Mm.
A possible jawbone fracture.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I think we've all had children and we've been babies and children ourselves. Their bones are rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what type of force it would take to do this?
Oh, tremendous amount of force.
Mm-hmm. Blood inside the 1-year-old skull.
Mm.
Now, some would call that bleeding on the brain.
Yes.
So would that also possibly, nobody here is getting medical advice at all.
No.
We are piggybacking off of the court documents. Would
Mhm.
that also be, in your opinion, in the same line of the shaken baby syndrome?
Yes, ma'am. And you know that blood gets in there and there's not a lot of places for it to go. So it starts compressing on your brain.
Again, elevated liver enzymes indicating liver injury, severe anemia from loss of blood into the head, belly, and soft tissue.
This is sickening.
It is. It is. Lacerations above both eyes.
Mm.
And this comes from the court documents. We know what lacerations mean. Somebody,
Mhm.
someone had a ring on and cut the eyes.
That's right.
Unclear trauma to the mouth with at least one tooth missing.
Oh my God. How can you be so evil? To hit on these babies in the face and head and the neck and the chest, the abdomen. Oh my God.
Neither of these children, the 2-year-old, I think they're looking right now that he will not survive. The 1-year-old is probably going to survive, but he will, he's going to be, he won't function properly.
Right.
And the whole thing is disgusting. And also trauma to the nose. Now, I'm no Magnum PI, I'm no forensic investigator, but it looks like somebody had a closed fist and hit the 1-year-old straight in the face, causing lacerations above the eyes, breaking out teeth, the mouth, because remember, we're talking about a baby head, okay? Nose, and the nose. Okay.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
That's the reason I'm keeping the show short, because it's a lot. All right, let's look at this. The whole city of Louisville, Kentucky,
Mhm.
they have got their pitchforks and they are ready. Now, Miss Kuntz, you see her mugshot right there. She is also, when she got to the station, she complained of domestic violence. Well, you can clearly see she's been, banged up. You can see
Mhm.
it. But don't you dare pull a Rebecca Harrow on me.
Mm-mm.
Don't
Mm-mm.
you even try it with your battered woman syndrome.
Mm-mm.
You know exactly what was going on with your babies. This had been going on. Those rib fractures happened over 2 weeks ago.
Right. This wasn't a one-time deal. This has something that had been going on. Mm-hmm.
Well, and you want to hear something surprising?
What?
Do you want to hear something surprising? Anybody want some breaking news? Here's
Mm-hmm.
breaking news for you. Okay, this is a tiny little house, but they have their own little meth lab going.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I mean, look at Andrew Hilt Jr. there. This
Mm-hmm.
dude is 27 years old. Look at him.
Mm.
Hell, he looks 10 years older than me. And
Mm-hmm.
my crusty ass is 50.
He looks like an angry, you know what, too. He looks angry in that picture.
And did you see how he was so confident talking to the judge? Lawn care. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you down for a public defender because we already know how you make your money because we found a meth lab.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, in your 2-year-old child, baby, was dropped off in cardiac arrest and had to be brought back to life. If the 2-year-old survives, it will be nothing short of a miracle. And the 1-year-old will survive, but they have already said he will be a dysfunctional human being. Now, that's a medical term, not my
Mm-hmm.
term.
Mm-hmm.
Skull
Mhm.
and jawbone fractures. Those are just some of the severe injuries that were discovered after a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old were taken to the hospital.
WDRB's Raya Wooten tells us their parents are now in jail. Raya?
You guys, 2 Louisville parents appeared in court this morning to answer multiple charges of child assault, domestic violence, and child abuse.
Anyone who is abusing or hurting a child, that is absolutely the lowest of the low.
2 children with severe injuries were hospitalized.
50 and 51 Nicholas Shanks. Look at them walking up like they didn't do anything wrong. How do you defend yourself against child abuse? How do you? It's one thing if some old boy tries to break into your house and you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I grabbed a baseball bat and I started a swinging and a swinging and a swinging. How do you defend yourself when a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old in your care?
There is no defense for that.
There's zero. And Kentucky doesn't fuck around.
Mm-mm.
And once the 2-year-old was dumped off in cardiac arrest, they sent CPS over. Bad move. Get CPS out of the picture. When you guys go to vote, if you don't, I don't care. You need to pick and choose who you vote for. I don't care about the D. I don't care about the R. Get the social workers out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Police should have been there. Police should have been there.
I agree.
I'm talking sleep deprived, haven't had a donut police officers. That's what I'm talking about. You send CPS over, what, to waste more time and then call the police? I'm so sick of that shit. It is awkward. You get the police over there.
Exactly.
Stop that bullshit. What are you going to do over there and check to see if they have hot water and their toilets flush? No. You send the police over. You've got a 2-year-old in cardiac arrest. Send fucking CPS worker.
Children with severe injuries were hospitalized.
50 and 51 Nicholas Shanks.
And their parents, 27-year-old Nicholas Shanks and 25-year-old Shelby Kentz, are now in jail, held on $500,000.
They mispronounced it. Shelby Kuntz. Kuntz. Quit trying to add an E to it. We know what she is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all say it together. Shelby Kuntz.
Are now in jail, held on $500,000 full cash bonds and facing criminal child abuse charges. According to court documents, Shanks and Kent's 2-year-old was taken to Louisville Hospital Thursday. The child arrived in full cardiac arrest and had to be resuscitated. Police say the parents were the only ones with the child and never called 911. Police records further detail that the child had several injuries, including skull and rib fractures, bruising across the body, missing teeth, and the child was severely underweight. Hospital staff called Louisville Metro Police's Special Victims Unit to make a report.
There's a special place in hell.
And I believe that. I do. Call me silly. Call me silly.
You're not silly.
No, I mean, I do. I believe the Bible. I believe Jesus' promises. I believe God's promises.
Mm-hmm.
I believe everything it says in there, that there is a special place in hell for those that harm children. I mean, it says right here, Jesus said, let the little children come to me. Matthew 19:14. Jesus, children, telling his disciples not to hinder them, as the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as them, highlighting their inherent worth and their openness. He said, whoever causes one of these little ones to stumble, and it's a very famous passage, he said you might as well tie a rock, a millstone, around your neck and throw your ass in the ocean, because nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. Jesus welcoming a child into his name is the same as welcoming him and his father, says the book of Mark 9:36 to 37. Do not despise them. And sometimes you get angry with your kids. Anyone ever fought with a 2-year-old? Anyone? Anyone ever had a 2-year-old tell you, no, I want chicken nuggets, but I thought you said you wanted spaghetti? I changed my mind.
Right.
But I want pizza. Okay, but you just told me what you wanted. Can I have cheese? I want grilled cheese. Okay. Jesus warned against looking down on children, noting that the angels in heaven always see the face of God when they look at children.
Multiple passages referencing children.
Many.
Staff called Louisville Metro Police's Special Victims Unit to make a report.
There's a special place in hell for people like that.
When detectives visited Shanks and Kent's home to check on other children, they found a 1-year-old with severe injuries, 3 possible skull fractures, a jawbone fracture, and blood inside the skull are just some of the baby's reported injuries.
Kid can't protect themselves. So it's imperative for family, friends, medical professionals, teachers, all of them, when they see the signs of abuse, you need to report something.
Emily Valente from Norton Children's Pediatric Protection Specialist says child abuse is not uncommon. She says if you suspect child abuse, it's your responsibility to call CPS and make a report.
You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be a healthcare provider. Everyone is a mandatory reporter in the state of Kentucky.
Valente said,
but the ones that should report don't report. Okay? These things don't happen in the middle of the grocery store. All behind closed doors. I get it. I get the soapbox. I get the telling people. I get it. But just like the show we did this morning, this girl's own father chose not to report, and he definitely is a mandated reporter. He's a therapist, but he took money instead. Again, right now, go ahead, baby.
Well, speaking from experience and through my work, when you're in a domestic, it's one thing if you want to stay in a domestic violent relationship, but when they start even thinking about touching your children like that, that's usually a motivator for many women to get out of that relationship. Obviously, that never crossed her mind.
Uh-huh. I'm just like, hey, old girl, if you want to get your ass beat left and right, that's up to you. If you think you and him can work it out, leave the babies out of it. Kat, thank you so much for the super sticker. I cannot believe you did that. Radio God said, I love toddlers. If you need sage advice, ask anyone under 5 years old. Yeah, exactly. If I have a new shirt on and I ask Ange, how do I look? And she'll be like, oh, that's a really pretty color on you. You ask a 4-year-old, ugly. They don't have a filter. They don't have a filter. They'll tell you anything. They'll tell you anything. Oh, God, you're so old. Oh my God, you're so old.
Right? And even when they get older, I was in the car with my daughter one day. I was taking her to middle school, and I had this big zit on my right cheek. And you know how you put your concealer and your makeup and you think, okay, that's the best I can do. It's not very noticeable. Then you're driving down the road and she's like, oh my God, Mom, that's the most ugly, biggest bump I've ever seen in my life. They'll always tell you the truth.
Out of the mouths of babes.
Mm-hmm.
And they mean nothing by it. Even when you tell a child, well, don't say that to someone, that's going to hurt their feelings. And they're going, but you asked.
It's your responsibility to call CPS and make a report.
You don't have to be
Screw CPS. I'm sick of this bass-backward system. This is not how it was 20 years ago. It was not. It was police, then CPS. They were consulted. I'm sick of it. So when I hear people say all the time, oh, call CPS. Bullshit. You call 911. You get a police report and say, I saw this. And hell no, I'm not calling them.
Teacher, you don't have to be a healthcare provider. Everyone is a mandatory reporter in the state of Kentucky.
Valente says when children tell you they're being hurt or abused, it's important to believe them and know what to look for.
So anytime you're seeing a bruise or potentially a burn that looks like a pattern, that would also be a red flag.
Bruising on various parts of the face, like the jaw, eyelids, and cheeks, can also be signs of child abuse for children ages 4 months and older. Riley Wooten, WDRB News.
Oh, kiss my ass. We know what abuse looks like. This is take in. Before I get to the next segment, does anybody want to have a music break? Anybody? I'll leave it up to Ange. Ange, you want a music break?
Why'd you come in here looking like that in your high heel boots and your painted on jeans, all dressed up like a cowgirl's dream? Why'd you come in here looking like that? Woo! Oh, country wasn't cool. Yeah, I was country.
All right, we needed that break. You know, Uli's birthday is coming up next month,
Oh, yeah?
and Barbara Mandrell is her favorite. She loves that song, "Sleeping
Yeah?
in a Double Bed."
I just started to say that was the other one I can remember right off the top of my head. Yeah.
And
Sleeping single in a double bed. Uh-huh.
Uli loves that. Notar said, I used to always say I want my hair long like Barbara Mandrell. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I think that's the reason Uli keeps her hair that same way. She's trying to get it all poofed up because she loves Barbara Mandrell. I'm telling you, she does.
Aw.
All right, so what do you guys think should happen with this case? Because, I mean, Kentucky has the death penalty. And I think that if the 2-year-old passes away, I think they should all get the death penalty. Now, let me explain why. Because a third person has been charged. Okay,
Mm.
and that would be the grandma.
A man and a woman are facing a number of charges accused of severely abusing their 2 young children. Court documents say Nicholas Shanks and Shelby Coons' 2-year-old child was.
It's cunts. Quit saying Kuntz's, quit saying Kent's. Her name is Kuntz.
Just say it, people.
Kuntz. Listen, I took phonics in 1st grade. I know how to enunciate. It's Kuntz.
2 young children. Court documents say Nicholas Shanks and Shelby Coons' 2-year-old child was brought to a hospital in full cardiac arrest. Staff reported the child had a fractured skull, broken ribs, other internal injuries, and bruising. Police say the couple's 1-year-old was found at their house in Valley Station with similar injuries. The two are charged with assault, criminal abuse, among other charges, and the judge set their bond at $500,000. And Shanks's
Looky.
It's his mom, not
Oh, okay.
right, Ange.
He's got to protect her baby.
Yvonne Shanks. Look at you, Yvonne. Hell, even Daisy looks better than you. Whoa. So I thought she was Cunt's mother. Well, I read that totally wrong. Whoa. So she let all this go on in her house to protect her son.
What
Two
a
babies,
sicko. What a sicko.
a 2-year-old that goes to Norton. And that's one of the best children's hospitals in the country, in cardiac arrest. And look at her. Her charge right now is complicity. They'll find more out. Look at you, Yvonne. Are you proud of yourself, Yvonne?
Among other charges, and the judge set their bond at $500,000. And Shanks's mother is now facing charges in the case as well. Yvonne Shanks appeared before a judge this morning to answer to several charges. Police say she told them she saw the child's injuries the morning of the incident, but never reported them to police. She is charged with complicity to abuse, assault, criminal abuse, wanton endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a minor. Her bond's been set at $250,000.
Okay, so she got half of theirs. Just go ahead and take a gander at that. That's supposedly a grandmother, right?
Oh my God, no. I can't handle this. This is ridiculous. She saw the injuries. She knew. She knew.
Nodar, I'm glad that you were here. I've missed you, girlfriend. So really, that's what she really thought. She was being a grandmother. She saw the injuries, but she didn't do anything. You know what she did? She went and made some Cheerios for Nicholas and sliced up the bananas. And then she just sat around and just let that baby suffer until he went into cardiac arrest. Now, if what I read on Facebook is correct, she's the one that took the 2-year-old to the hospital anonymously. You know, the Good Samaritan law?
Oh, okay.
And that's when things unraveled. Either way, someone's got to come up with $250,000 to get her out. Someone's going to have to come up with $500K to get her baby boy out. Someone's going to come up with $500K to get her daughter-in-law out, and so be it. These people are scum. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. How could you be that way? How could you just want to protect your son? Those little innocent babies that cannot defend themselves. I can't believe this. She is no grandmother. Oh, well, she did a great job raising the daddy here, huh? He's a big pussy wife beater, kid beater, whatever.
But she's doing drugs with him. She was probably so hopped up on the meth, she probably didn't really care. But when shit went downhill, and they went and got her too. And I'm not blaming it on the drugs. And don't even pull that mental health card with me. A bunch of that noise. She heard everything. Because when a baby cries, they don't cry. They'll cry. I mean, they'll be like, meaning they want some, something to eat. But when they're hurt, they wail. And she knew it. And from those injuries, the 2-year-old went into cardiac arrest. And I'm furious about this. Being furious. I have all the faith in the world in the powers that be in Kentucky, because they're going to keep him behind bars.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody decides to come up with scratch to get him out, they might stack on more charges to keep him behind bars. I'm going to guess Yvonne's going to get 20 years. If the 2-year-old dies, Nicholas will get death. Okay. And Kuntz will get life with no parole.
Well, he should get the death penalty. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn about what drug he took.
I could care less. No.
You know, I always say, if you get behind the wheel of a car and you've been drinking and you kill somebody and you're so sorry you did it, well, guess what? It's your fault that you got in the car driving drunk. No difference as far as I'm concerned with this drug stuff.
I mean, most people say drugs make you happier.
Mm.
I mean, does anyone take a gummy because they want to get violent? Nope.
Mm-mm.
But when you have your own little chemical lab going on, you don't know what's going on. They made this choice, and they sat there and they watched Nicholas, and I truly believe this, kick those babies around like soccer balls. And it is broken. It is horrible. And if the 2-year-old passes away, because right now, I mean, we're talking critical care, okay? Critical care. The 1-year-old with the bleeding on the brain, I'm going to go ahead and guess the same. But Louisville, Kentucky is going to take care of this. They've made these choices. And by the way, old girl, Kuntz, let me find her picture again. There she is, Shelby. She bedded down with this fool and moved in with him and his mama that does lawn care.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he told the judge, "What do you do for a living?" Lawn care. Oh, okay. Well, to be honest, that's lucrative business. It really is. And
Loser, monster.
it's a lucrative business if you're in the landscaping business. I have a feeling the only lawn care he does is when Yvonne screams, "Nicholas, go mow the fucking yard." That's the only lawn care he does.
Yeah, I'm afraid that neither one of those babies is gonna make it. That's a lot of trauma to a tiny little body.
If they do, it's a miracle, but either way, the last article I read out of Louisville, Kentucky said they'll never be quote unquote normal. Well, I want to say thank you so much to Angel P.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. I didn't do very much at all.
Well, I think you did. Can we please have a round of applause for our nurse on demand? I know she's mine. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. And if not, I'll be over in Discord. Debbie said you sang. Exactly. But these are pitiful pieces of shit.
Thank you for covering this, Brooks.
Well, I'm glad everybody got to be here. Well, not everybody, but who could catch it. And I hope you guys can share this out and tell people, please watch this. If anything can be learned from this, well, there's a million things. But one, not to get political, but we're getting to the midterms. Let's please do our research and let's get CPS out of the picture and make them the afterthought and not the first thought.
Amen to that.
Because I have a feeling there was already a lot of CPS reports. And like we say on every show about these children, here we are. You guys are the best. We will see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. You're the
Bye.
Bye.